Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. I'm Kristi Shive, and this morning we're visiting with Julia Wilson. She's Family and Consumer Sciences Agent in Edmonson County. Good morning, Julia.
Good morning, Kristi.
Julia, today you are going to give us some tips on how we can save at the grocery store. And I think that we are all eager to hear some of these tips because money is tight for all of us right now.
Yes, I like everyone is feeling the effects of on their wallet, in every aspect of life. And so food's something that we all need, but there's ways to save at the grocery store. And I'm going to share just a few quick ideas with you all today. So first, for saving at the grocery store, meal plan. Don't go to the grocery store without a plan of what you're going to eat for the week, whether it's a week, 2 weeks, or maybe you're planning for the whole month. And a way to start with that is, when you start planning your meals, plan on cooking from scratch more. Sometimes those convenience foods and those pre-made mixes can actually run more expensive than just buying the ingredients and making something yourself. Now there is a time factor there. It's quicker to grab that pancake mix rather than, getting out your flour and your sugar and your salt and all the ingredients needed for that. But sometimes it can save money to not use those convenience mixes. So definitely compare and contrast those to see, do you need a convenience mix or could you make something up ahead of time? And so cooking from scratch is a great way to when you start thinking about planning your meals. And also when you're planning your meals, plan for some meatless meals. You don't have to have meat in every dish. There's other ways to get protein. Mexican dishes with beans and cheese is a great way to get your protein. You can do pasta with sauce. Grilled cheese sandwiches and soups are great. And you don't necessarily have to have meat in those, which meat can be an expensive part of a meal. So those are great. Have breakfast any time of the day. We have breakfast food all the time for dinner at my house because one, it's quick, it's easy. My little girl loves breakfast food. And so that's a great way to save money. And for us, we actually have our own chickens. And so additionally, we have plenty of eggs usually. But even if you don't have your own chickens, you probably have a friend or family member that does. And, chickens are starting to lay really good this time of year. As long as those eggs are handled safely and properly, those are perfectly safe to eat. And so those family members will probably be more than happy to either give you eggs or maybe even sell them to you cheaper than the grocery store. And so again, breakfast is great. Prepare one dish meals like casseroles, wraps, pizza, and then add a salad and enjoy. And again, a salad is something that if you have any kind of available space, whether it's just, a little dish garden or maybe a small area in your backyard, you could grow some lettuce easily and have, there's your side salad. So you save money that way as well. And then don't buy the junk food snacks, the prepackaged, cakes and cookies and candies that we all love. Those can become very expensive, your sodas and things like that. You can cut out those items to save money, and you could add in, homemade muffins or cookies. Because right now we're not necessarily looking at the health of stuff, but right now everyone's worried about the price. While that homemade stuff is usually a little healthier too, though. And something you may also want to consider if you live very far from stores, you may look to see if your store offers shipping on some items. Many stores, especially your larger big box stores, will offer free shipping after a certain amount on dry goods. Read the sales flyer, look for those coupons. If they're running a sale, really good sale on a cut of meat, buy maybe a little extra and freeze it for later. Use coupons, but only for the items you need. Don't use a coupon just because they have it. If you typically don't buy that brand, don't buy that brand just because there's a coupon. And then one more tip is maybe look at switching to a store brand instead of a name brand. Often the store brands are the same quality of the product and just a slightly cheaper. So there's just a few tips there for you.
Julia, so many great points, and a rule that I always have to follow for myself is not to shop hungry.
Yes,
I
don't
usually
shop hungry.
Yes, whether that's in person or online, I try to make sure that I'm not hungry. And you have given us so many great tips for how we can save at the grocery store. And as always, if you would like more information, be sure to contact your local cooperative extension office. There are so many wonderful resources. Julia, thank you so much for being with us today. And thank you for joining us today on the Farm and Home Show. And we'll see you next time.